Hello friends, welcome to another episode of Dan Tremblay Music. Today we dust off the old axe again, get a little bit of an ambient guitar track, which kind of started as an ambient guitar track and then sort of turned into a cinematic / ambient guitar track. So let's get to it. Okay, we'll get right into it. So once again, I am using Native Instruments Noir piano. Just can't get enough of this library. I'm using the built-in reverb within the plugin itself. We get this sound. Get that beautiful reverb tail. No need to add reverb. In fact, I have no external reverb on this project today, and I'll tell you why in a second. So 2 instances of Noir piano. Then I have a whole bunch of Tundra patches. So we have Soft and Wild Consordinos. So let's listen to that. So you're going to hear a whole lot of air, and again, that's why I think Tundra, that's what it excels at. It sucks you into this kind of environment. Then we have the Tundra strings. We got low, soft, and wild, and this is the traveling trims. Okay, so I try to use different patches as much as I can. Try to create some different things. So let's listen to this. So just trying to create, some airy kind of textures, a lot of tension in this one. Then we have another Tundra patch. We have low, soft, and wild. We have the pulsing Concertino soul points. Hopefully I said that right. Okay, let's listen to this. So good. I mean, you could literally just throw in that one patch and you're already saying so much. Then I almost always like to throw in some pads. So this is the Northern Lights pad from Tundra. It's from the bellows pad section. So let's listen to that. Very haunting, very dark. The pads, especially when you're using them from the same library as the orchestral samples, they just mix together so beautifully. So again, we have 2 instances of that same pad. This was literally just an overdub. And yes, I know I can do it on the same channel, but I don't like to do it that way. So literally just wanted to smooth out the transition at the end of this section. So it's literally just a 1-note thing. And then I recorded a separate part at the end. Same pad, and then we have some Spitfire Audio Ambient Guitar. This is I forget where I got this, whereabouts in the library it's from, but it's just called Mountain. So I've been finding some really good uses for the Spitfire Ambient Guitar. It's funny, I've had it for a long time, and then all of a sudden I'm using it all the time. So let's listen to this. And it's literally just, and you're probably thinking, wow, Dan, that's the most beautiful written part I've ever heard in my life. I'm like, nah, it's just like one note, but you get some nice stereo signal moving back and forth between the left and the right, and just a little bit of texture. It's like ear candy. Okay, it's a little bit of what does Graham Cochran like to call it? That's the sweetening. This would be like the sweetening track. If you don't know Graham Cochran, Recording Revolution, check it out. Although he's not on Recording Revolution, he's passed on the reins, but he's doing a bunch of other stuff. Anyway, I've learned a whole lot from him. And then we have a Tundra brass low patch. Just throw a little brass in there, literally just a little accent on the end of the section. And we're using the slight bend patch, which I thought was kind of neat. So let's listen to that. And then, of course, the expression and dynamics was controlled, programmed afterwards. So let's listen to that. So you get kind of the bend, so it's not right on the pitch. You get a really haunting kind of sound, like a Johan Johansson type, Sicario type thing, just playing back and forth, moving between two different pitches. It sounds to me like that bend, that low bend when they record it is semitone, moving back and forth between semitones. Anyway, just a little bit of that. And then, last week I used a guitar library from Native Instruments that literally, you press a note and it gets all these beautiful textures and it sounds awesome. And today I was like, you know what, I better do some real guitar. So literally just two guitar parts. Just playing very, very simple. Anyone who watches this channel knows that I am not a guitar player, so I keep it very, very simple. So let's see if I can remember what I was playing here. Okay, there it is. Yeah. So literally just two guitar parts. This was the first one. Okay, so, and that was literally just that part. And again, getting that, you gotta get that slide on. You can't, I know you can program that in with different libraries, but it's just not as fun, man, just sliding the strings on there. And then over top of that, I think I did, oh, hang on, I did that wrong. It was something like this. Very, very simple, extremely simple. I'm not a guitar player, so I gotta keep it simple. Okay, and it goes with the track. And actually, it's funny because the track actually started with that guitar part. So what am I using? I'm using Guitar Rig 6, and I'm using, I can't get off of this sound, that XY. Like, I really need to explore the rest of the library, but I just love this bloody patch so much. It's so clean and it's just so smooth, and it just works with the cinematic stuff so well. And I was even able to mess around with the gate, and I'm using my center pickup, and virtually just completely noise free, which I really like because I can't stand buzzes and hums from guitar pickups. So that was literally it. Those two parts, as you can see, they were recorded extremely low dynamics, because we're in digital realm. We don't need to get as close as you can without clipping. That was always a thing back in the analog days, right? And so I actually started the track with the guitar part, those two guitar lines, recorded very quickly, 1 or 2 takes, something like that. Keep it just very, I do a lot of that. I like few takes. I like to just capture some kind of something, some kind of emotion, something. Threw the piano on top. And so interestingly enough, and then when I threw all this Tundra stuff at the beginning, I just wanted to have like an intro. It kind of changed the sound of the song a little bit. It's sort of get haunting, and then it kind of ends with this other part. So it's kind of like almost sounds like it could be two different songs, but I put it all together. And there's no quantization whatsoever because there's no rhythmic parts. It's just very spacious. I did record to a click track, but just kept it very, very kind of sparse and empty and lots of space. And you can hear all the air textures in Tundra. And I will play it for you now. I'm going to turn off my mic and we'll have some final thoughts. Here we go. Final thoughts. Always good to incorporate real instruments when you can. Of course, I'd love to be able to incorporate cellos and violins and dudukes and all kinds of crazy stuff and 100-piece string orchestras. Obviously, we can't do that if we don't have the funding to do that. It's all based on budget, and that's where sample libraries come into play. But anytime you can mix your projects with either some real instrumentation or some Foley sounds, Keith Kenneth is one of my favorite music producers. You know him from Helios, Goldmund, as well as his lovely wife, Holly Kenneth, from Mint Julep. She's also putting out her own ambient style solo projects. They're just fantastic duo. And I really admire, in particular, Keith Kenneth's production techniques and his mixes, and he uses a lot of Foley sounds. Foley, I don't know how to say it, whatever. So, experiment, find something in your studio, make some noises, set up a microphone. Today we use some real electric guitar. Very, very simple. Keep it simple, especially when it's an instrument that you are not necessarily a pro at. We work in digital recording environments. You can do as many takes as you want to until you get it right. Just take your time, especially if it's a home studio. You're not on the clock unless it's for a deadline. But if it's for these types of projects, which are kind of passion projects, you're not on the clock, and just do the take as many times as you need to. Always start with a good sound. I know I sound like a broken record, but it works wonders. That's it, my friends. Stay safe, get composing. Catch you in the next one.